Welcome to second episode of Tobbcast. Today I have a precious guest from 11B, Rukiye. We are going to talk about sitcoms. Okay, Rukiye, welcome. How are you today?
Well, thank you. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. My first question. What drives you to watch sitcoms than any other genre? Why are sitcoms so popular among teenagers?
Okay, so the reason I started to watch TV series was to improve my English. But the reason I specifically chose to watch sitcoms was that they were easy to follow because they had a basic English. And also, they weren't fast moving, so it didn't get you addicted. I mean, as a person who has to finish a series overnight, it didn't prevent me from focusing on my life.
Okay, so you're saying that I can finish lots of episodes in a single night, and you can still say I'm not addicted to sitcoms.
I mean, yeah, I don't try to finish sitcoms over a night, but I do that with other TV series.
Okay, so let me ask you the question about your favorite sitcom, then I'm going to ask you another question. What's your favorite sitcom?
It's The Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. Okay. So what is your maximum limit? What's your record actually? How many episodes have you ever watched in a single sit?
Okay. So this may sound crazy after I said that I'm not addicted to sitcoms, but I once watched 24 episodes of The Big Bang Theory. So just a whole season a day. But I had nothing to do if I had to...
Okay, good. So 24 episodes is a crazy number.
Yeah.
Because it sounds crazy. So what drives you to watch these episodes consecutively, one after another, without stopping 20... How many episodes?
24.
24 episodes.
Well, if I must defend myself, I had nothing to do those times. I mean, it was the summer break after the 8th grade. I had nothing to work on, so yeah, I watched 24 episodes.
So, my next question. As you know, sitcoms have evolved a lot. At the beginning, there were people laughing in the background after every joke or any other funny movements. But nowadays, they are mostly mockumentaries. They break the fourth wall. Sometimes characters look directly to the camera and trying to talk to us.
Such as Office.
Yeah, indeed. So in your opinion, which sitcom caused this evolution and are you happy with it?
Ooh, okay. So the first time that sitcoms were evolved, it was because of the milestone Seinfeld. Even though I haven't actually watched it, I mean, I know a lot about it. And it really did crack up the 90s folks. And then there was Friends. Which was also really old, and it caused to come other sitcoms to
Evolved?
evolve, such as How I Met Your Mother, and then, like I told you, The Office. I also think it was a very big milestone too, because, like you told, there was no fourth wall in The Office. So, yeah, the first milestone was definitely Seinfeld, and then probably Friends, and probably the third one was The Office.
Okay. So, when you ask people what type of genre do you like watch as TV series, and they always say sitcoms. And when you ask a specific example, you are going to hear definitely either Friends or How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, right.
Some people say The Office. So, speaking of this, can we tell those are overrated or they deserve their popularity?
Wow. So, I don't think they're overrated, actually. I think they're such lovely shows with great character developments, and I really think they deserve the attention. But people focus on these two series a lot that they can't see other sitcoms' beauty. I mean, there are so many underestimated sitcoms that people don't talk about enough.
Okay, I was about to ask that question. Could you tell us, could you give us an example, an underrated or, as you said, underestimated sitcom for us?
Of course, my favorite sitcom, The Big Bang Theory. I really think it's underestimated. I mean, it's a series about science and five genius friends. And I think the reason that it's underrated is that it's about science, and people may think it's boring and it can bore them. But it was actually nothing like that. It made me laugh a lot while watching it.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about your favorite series.
Okay.
Which one was it?
The Big Bang Theory.
The Big
like
Bang
I told
Theory.
you.
Okay. Now let's talk about the characters. Who is your favorite character, or can you tell us a memorable moment that you can't ever forget?
Well, I can talk about a memorable character. The main character, Sheldon Cooper.
Okay.
You know, it's the most memorable character from my favorite TV series. You may think it's for good. I mean, you may think the reason he's so memorable is that because he has such a big heart, but it was actually quite the opposite. You see, our main character, Sheldon Cooper, has the IQ of a 216.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a genius. He had 2 doctorates at the age of 14. And that's a lot, you know. He was so obsessed. I mean, his intelligence made him able to understand the mystery of the universe, but he was unable to understand sarcasm, ironic stuff. That's why his friends were mocking him a lot.
You said he was unable to understand sarcasm.
Yes, he wasn't able to understand that. I mean, he always took stuff seriously. And that's why his friends mocked him a lot, which he deserved. He was very obsessed.
I see. Could you tell us a memorable moment, you know, that you can't ever forget? I know probably when you're going to tell it is not going to be funny, but,
It is not.
you know, as listeners, we really would like to hear your favorite moment in this series.
Of course, he once made his roommate drink bug as an experiment.
Make what, you said?
Bug, drink, he made him drink bug.
Okay, bug.
Yes.
Insects, you say.
In a cup.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. He just didn't know that there was bug in the cup. He thought it was some mango drink.
I get it.
Also, his roomie and him has a pact between them, a legally pact, and it says that if there would be a zombie apocalypse like the one in The Walking Dead, his roommate is not allowed to bite him. Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing with us. So my next question: what are let's talk about the key elements of a sitcom, because you know there should be something that the writers are doing, because there should be a reason that you are watching 29 episodes consecutively, or people can watch without stopping the episodes. So could you give us some key elements that drives people to watch without stopping these episodes?
The other day, I was watching an interview of Michael Schur, one of the scenario writers of The Office, also one of my favorite series, The Good Place. Anyway, he was talking about the element of making people watching sitcoms non-stop was that always giving informations about characters. I mean, from episode to episode. And they don't even have to be like something big or funny. Even those little things, little infos about characters would make someone curious about them and make them to see what it happens next. So giving little examples about the characters, always making jokes funnier and funnier so you won't get bored. These kind of stuff makes you watch them.
Okay, yeah, as you said, the tension is always getting higher and higher. The jokes should be better than the previous one.
Of course.
And we have to be curious, what are we going to learn for the next episode? Yes, you're right about that. Talking about The Office, by the way, who is your favorite character?
How could it be? I mean, it's Michael, I guess.
Michael, really? By the way, you know, Michael Scott is always, how can I say, a lot of offensive, making a lot of offensive jokes.
Yeah.
So why do people like him a lot? Although he is not a favorable character. Probably you are not going to keep a character like Michael Scott in your life, in real life. For example, if I behaved like Michael Scott, would you keep me in your life as a friend or as a teacher?
I would definitely not want that.
So why people really love Michael Scott? Or why do you love Michael Scott like that?
Okay, so the first thing I can think is, yes, I know Michael can drive everyone into insane, but that's just a series. People just love him for being funny. They would definitely not want him in their lives, but they love him. I mean, we have at least one character like that in every sitcom. For example, I was just talking about Sheldon Cooper. Sheldon Cooper was the most lovable character in the series. He was so annoying, but people loved him. Same as the Barney in the How I Met Your Mother. He is so sexist and offensive, but people love him because he's just a series character.
You say it's a fictional character, so people love
Yeah,
him.
people don't mind it.
So, what part of Michael Scott? Yes, we are going to talk in another episode all of the characters from Office, but I'm just curious about it. What part of Michael do you find you closer than other parts?
Okay, so Michael trying a lot. I mean, he's trying so hard, and he's always at his best when he's not trying for it. I mean, I don't know if you remember it, but there was this art exhibition of Pam's.
Yeah, I really remember that.
Yeah, and no one did show up but Michael. And you know, when Pam hugged her and thanked him, Michael was like, "What? I mean, what are you talking about?" He wasn't expecting anything exchange. He was just doing it because he wanted it.
Yes, definitely. You know, I had many tears at the end of that episode.
I know.
when Michael hugged Pam.
Yeah, it was
And
so
come
cute.
on, this is paper. This is our job, he said.
Yeah.
And he was the only one there. Not even her fiance or her friends.
Yeah, even his best friends.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, so it seems that you are really into sitcoms. What are you planning to watch next? Do you have anything particular in mind?
I was thinking Afterlife is also a sitcom. It's a very short series, and it's about a man whose wife recently just died.
Because of cancer or like that?
It must be cancer, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Do you know that Rukiye Gervais playing as a starring role? Who is the creator of Office? At least in United version of The Office.
Actually, I didn't know that.
Okay, yeah, I have watched it. But, you know, I always think that it is more dramatic than being funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But yes, good choice. Okay. Thank you for coming and sharing your precious ideas with us.
Of course.
Rukiye Bıçaklar from 11B was the guest of Tobbcast today. See you next episode. Thank you for listening.
Of course, thank you for doing this.
Bye.